I forgot. I want to read a review from this too. This is kind of interesting. Losing the News, Alex S. Jones. Read the book. He has a very good story in it about the Greeneville, Tennessee. It's around page 150. Several pages though. At any rate, here's a review from Mr. Dan Rather. Now, Dan Rather would rather retire for a little while and come back and work for somewhere he'd like to work, maybe the 60 Minutes. I've not done a 60-minute segment yet. I've cut up to almost 12 minutes, I believe, but if they want me, I come. Don't worry. I'm probably not their cup of tea, but it's okay. But Dan Rather says this about Alex Jones's Losing the News. It's an important book. It is insightful and highly readable at a level only a great journalist and master storyteller such as Jones could achieve with this subject. This isn't a book for or about just journalists and their profession. It's must reading for all Americans who care about our country's present and future. Do you care about our country's present and future? I sure do, and I'm not even from here, but I call this home, you know. Anyway, Mr. Jones talks about his grandmother, how she required the paper, what she was to the community, and he shares these words. This is from his grandmother, Edith, Miss Edith, they called her. The people of Greene County are my people, she wrote. Shoulder to shoulder, we face the past, the present, and the future in a world of fear, confusion, and challenge. Thank you, my good comrades, for my golden yesterday and the shining faith that I hold for tomorrow. Do you know when she wrote that? Of all things, it wasn't yesterday, but boy, it could apply to today, couldn't it? 1966. She was celebrating her 50th year in the newspaper business. That's something else. While I got you on here, you know, I don't get a subscription to the King of Sport Times newspaper, but I thought maybe I'll look, see what is there today. Now, the most important news for them, the featured story was, it says this. It's got a picture of an old guy, white guy named Lamar. Lamar Alexander. Now, I heard this guy before. He's been in the politics a long time. Way too long, really. But he's running for the third term as a senator. Now, he did other things before that. He says, why you want to run for the third term? And he says, I thought very carefully about it. Hang on a second. Look like there's some kind of crazy computer virus come up here too. You need to fix a Windows error. Scan now to diagnose errors. Do you want to scan your computer now? No way. Pop-ups everywhere. You know, I say no way and I get a pop-up anyway. Isn't that crazy? What kind of place is this? Alright, Kingsport, Tennessee. I can't even read the whole headline because you can't click on it. That's crazy. He thought very carefully about it. Something about Senator Howard Baker in 1978 when he was running for a third term. He decided to do it, and I can't read it because of pop-up, and he became the majority leader. Okay, now maybe Lamar think he become the majority leader too. Now, J.S. called him on the phone probably 2 years ago, and he talked to him. He actually answered his phone. I wonder if today, if I called him, if he would answer his phone. He probably would not want to talk to someone named Boris the Sleepovich. Maybe we'll call him later. We'll try it. I think it's a good idea. Hey, I got this here. A friend of mine down at the Hagel shop gave me this. May God bless you. This is actually a Gideon Bible. But it's a special Gideon Bible they don't make anymore. It has a metal cover. Maybe they stopped the bullet. I never really look inside here. When they were selling it, they wanted $60 for it. But there was a flood here in Kingsport back in July last year. And Jason did so much work down there. They did a newspaper article on him and different things. It wasn't really on him. It was on the flood. But he had 2 photos in the headline. But he was working at the Hagel shop, and she said, Jason, I want you to have this. Because Jason had said something about it before, and she gave it to him. This was presented to William H. Davis, August 1st, 1943, from something with a D, maybe Desmond, and Eva, or Evie, something like this. It's a Know Your Bible Company, 317 Sycamore Street, Cincinnati, Ohio, United States of America. If I'm not mistaken, the Gideons are actually located in Nashville now, in the Donaldson, Hermitage type area. But it's called the Heart Shield Bible, and it fits snugly in your uniform pocket. The engraved gold-plated steel front cover protects his heart. Oh, this is actually made in 1943. Copyright 1943, USA. About that time, if you don't remember, they started making the steel pennies. 1943, I'm pretty sure. It's the only year they made the steel penny. And there's a story in itself right there. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Remember, demand better from the news media. Protect your community, and that's protecting your children too. We don't want to live in a totalitarian state, do we? I can go on and on about what we lost in the Patriot Act, habeas corpus, due process, but I'll save it for another time. But you want me to discuss, you tell me, and I'll do it. There's a couple things I want to hit on eventually, but not this time. Thank you so much. Thanks for tuning in. Do svidaniya. God bless.